As most of you know, first of all, I want to thank you all for the prayers, for the financial support, and just for being behind us, because that makes all the difference in the world for all of us to know that you're here praying and holding us up to the Lord. This was a different experience for me. As most of you know, I've been on several mission trips, and this is the first one that I didn't do construction on. I hurt my knee. I have a torn rotator cuff in my shoulder, and I just knew I couldn't do that. So just felt like it was headed another direction. So I did my best. For those who know me, organization is not my skill, my gift. Administration is not my gift. But I just felt like we needed to take the gospel to the children. And we did a VBS. And Tiga, our liaison, when we were there the first time I was there, coordinated with me, and he asked me if in the mornings we could do the prayer walks, because there were people that had asked for prayer and they wanted us to come into their homes and pray with them. And it was probably, thanks, Paige, probably one of the most meaningful things I've ever done on a mission trip. I had gone to Cherokee, North Carolina years ago with another team, and one night we attempted to do that, and the people would literally, when they would see you coming, they would go in the house and close the door. Here, the people waited for you to come. They take you by the hand, take you into their home, and none of them ever asked for anything except for prayer. And nothing. They asked for nothing except for prayer. And they were so open and loving and just receptive. I would really like to see that kind of ministry start here somehow. That I know there's a Monday night group that comes and prays, and if somehow that could happen, I think that would be an absolutely amazing blessing to the body of Christ here. The TT, the lady that Zach spoke of, she was one of the houses we went into. We were going that direction, and she, for some reason, wasn't with the team that day doing construction. And when we saw her, Tigga took us into her house. And so Tigga says, we need to pray that TT gets saved. And one of the ladies who joined our team in Pittsburgh, she was from Kansas, as a matter of fact. Her sister-in-law is from Bell Vernon, and she came to go with her sister-in-law on this team. And she had been working beside TT all week and had been witnessing to her through the translator. And so she goes, or Tigga says, we need to pray that TT will get saved. And I say, well, has anybody asked her? And Sherry says, well, she knows God and she knows that Jesus died on the cross for sins. I says, but has anyone asked her if she wants to get saved? And they're just kind of looking at me. I said, Tigga, translate for me. So I asked her, and she wanted to get saved. Just nobody had asked her. Nobody had given her the opportunity or led her in prayer to, I mean, not that you need somebody to do it, but, you know, with her little understanding of it, she needed someone to help her, and we got to pray with her and lead her to the Lord. And it was just such a blessing, because she just, I mean, I wasn't on the work site with her, so I didn't know her from before. But yesterday, I heard some of the people who were on the work site with her commenting on, she was just like a different person yesterday, wasn't she? So it's just amazing to watch God work, you know. And the construction people, I kind of miss that, because it is fun. You get out there and, you know, you just have a good time with each other. But at the same time, the children in the orphanage, the children at the school, we went to a Christian school and to an orphanage, different days doing the Bible, or the vacation Bible school, and just the blessings of seeing the children. It was kind of hectic, because we had at least 60 children each time, and there were me and 3 or 4 other people, plus 3 or 4 translators, and trying to do the message was hard enough with just me and 1 translator, but then you got 60 kids divided up into groups with 4 translators trying to explain the craft to them. Now that's a whole different ballgame. Just let me tell you all that right now. But God used it, and I just look forward to him continuing to use us. And as far as the Grand Guave, it's been 2 years since I was there, and it is an amazing, amazing blessing to see what God has done in building up the community and building houses. Where the revival was that they were talking about the night we got there was a park. And 2 years or 4 years ago, I guess, when John went the first time, it was Tent City. It was one of the places where there were tents for people to live in, and now there was no need for that. Tigger took on the way to the orphanage. He took us through another place, and there were kids playing soccer in the field. And he said, you know what this was? Well, I wasn't there when they were there last year, but it was Tent City. I mean, no tents anymore. Homes are being built. People are being provided for, and the community is being restored. And they are very thankful to America. They are very thankful. They know much of their help comes from America. One of his goals, and many of us would like to see, that the children be educated so they are no longer dependent on America or on other countries, but they will become self-sufficient. And that's one of the goals that they're working toward down there. So you can keep that in your prayer. One other thing I would like to share, and this I will cry because this body is unbelievable. For those of you who got on Facebook, you already know this, but they had dug a well at Tigger's house, and I posted a picture of a woman bringing water up out of it with a bucket. And I said, they're waiting till they can afford a pump. It's going to cost $350 for them to get a pump. Just pray that the Lord will provide a pump. The next morning, that was at night, the next morning I got up and received a message from someone from this church who wants to remain anonymous. They're buying the pump for them. So that pump is not just for Tigger's house. It will provide water for many, many people in that community. So thank you very much, and God bless.